All right, family. This is our first episode of our Japan trip. So when we got to Japan, this was our hotel. They gave us kimonos. And then this is our bed. We have TV. Here, let me zoom out. Pretty neat. You go in here. This is our bathroom. That sprays water in your butthole. And that's our hotel. Are you recording?
Yep.
They gave us kimonos.
It looks like it fits you a little small.
It looks like what?
Fits you a little small.
Alright. This is our 7-Eleven haul. We got Then we walked around and we found the Shibuya Parko Mall. This is like the biggest mall in the area. And we went into the Pokemon Center. So when we went into the Pokemon Center, we could not buy anything because this is how full it was. Then we walked around to the Jump store, which is like all the anime, Naruto, One Piece, all that. And then we kept walking, and like each store was just connected. There was no doors or anything like that. We were just walking through, everything was all connected. This is an outdoor store we found. And then when you walk out, there's like Tamagotchi things, all these little anime stores and video game stores and stuff like that. Dang, Flanker's taking over. Oh, excuse me. Then we went into the World Cup store, and it had a bunch of memorabilia and like 6 floors of different goods and stuff like that. A bunch of signed jerseys you could buy and all that, so it was a pretty cool store. Alright, now we're at Lawson's. This place is like full of stuff. Look, they got like crazy good stationery and bathroom products. Like all kinds of stuff, and it's all completely full. All the liquor. Dude, heck yeah. Now it's the next day, and we went and got breakfast at a place called She Wolf Cafe, and then we walked around and tried to find some Pokemon stores so I could buy stuff for Jeremy and the boys. We got totally scammed at this Pokemon vending machine. Terrible stuff. Freaking 10,000 tries. I just won the Kuromi for us. Let's go, dude.
I'll put it on my bag.
Literally like 30 tries. Then we went upstairs at this claw machine store, and there were a bunch of huge claw machines with like very big prizes and statues and stuff like that, but we could not win a single thing, so kind of a waste of money, but oh well. Then we went to this store called Loft, which is like 7 floors of just everything you can possibly imagine. A bunch of junk, but also a bunch of really good stuff. And at the very top of this store, there was a Pokemon lounge, but we literally could not find anything in there. They weren't selling anything, so we just had to go find like secondhand stores, which cost a lot of money. Jeremy, you want a souvenir?
Now we're at the Namco store. Got a bunch of stuff. Got these. Let's see who we get. Oh, okay. Now we're in the loft. This is like the biggest souvenir slash just weird stuff store. We got some Totoro stuff. Alright, we're on the third floor now. Matcha, chopsticks, more matcha, all kinds of stuff. Alright, we're on the top floor now. There's just a bunch of weird crap. See what I'm saying?
We're on the like stationery floor, stationery and office supply floor, and found some cool stickers. Look pretty sick.
While we were at Loft, we asked this random local what his favorite place to eat was, and he said this place. It was on the third floor of some hidden building. We finally found it, and when we got there, a bunch of locals were eating there, and they had us take off our shoes and put them in lockers, so I didn't know what to expect. But they put us at this cubicle where you put your feet down under the table, and they brought us a bunch of good food, and I highly recommend it. Then we walked and saw some cool cars, and we went to this place called Loft, which is like a bar on the 5th story of leaning over the Shibuya Scramble, which is like the biggest crosswalk in all of Tokyo. Thousands of people move every hour through it. The next day, we woke up and went and got in a line of like 100 people to get these shoes called the Onitsuka Tigers. And then they kind of just let everybody in, so we had to like push past and order our shoes. Then for lunch, we got ramen at this place that I heard was recommended. Very, very good. Best ramen ever. Then that night, we went to a nice sushi experience. It was pretty nice, pretty expensive, but they were super nice, brought us amazing food, and